Good morning. Jesus says, love one another as I have loved you. Right? So the command is to love, and not just love in general, but love as Jesus has loved. Jesus doesn't simply say, oh, be nice to people, or be kind. Yes, being nice and being kind, that's a good thing. But he specifically says, love one another. And the very definition of love is sacrificing for the good of another, right? And it's focusing on truly that good of the other. Again, not just being nice, because sometimes maybe being nice to another person, maybe that seems like it's what's best for us, and it'll actually be for our good, right? Hopefully being nice and being kind is good for both people's good, right? But love one another, being willing to sacrifice for the good of another. I may have said it here before, but this just was on my mind today, that St. John Paul II says that the opposite of love is not hate, that the opposite of love is using another person. Because if love is sacrificing for the good of another, what use is it's sacrificing sacrificing another for my own good, sacrificing their good for the sake of my good, right? So Jesus says, love one another as I have loved you. So my question for you today is to think about the people that you, quote unquote, love the most, right? Your closest friends, your family. How have you been doing at not just loving them, but loving as Christ has loved, right? Not counting the cost. How do we do at saying, here is somebody who I care about, here is someone who, we need to be like the sun in my eyes right now. Like that's God's love. It is so much that it's whoa! That's a lot of sun right now. Right? But to say, how have I been doing at that? Sometimes we can say, oh yeah, I'm loving, but maybe there's not any intentional effort. It just comes easy to us, right? Maybe sometimes it's not even a choice. It just kind of happens, right? But how much more will we be able to live if we do make the choice? And if we actually say, how can I intentionally go the extra step? How can I go the extra mile? Right? So today I just invite you to kind of see, maybe even ask the Lord, where is the one place, what is one person today that I could make a huge difference by actually being intentional? Simply by asking you, Lord, what is it that you have for me today? How can I sacrifice for the good of another? How can I love them? And how can I make a difference? Right? This is something that Christ commands us to do, because it's the way that we help others get in touch with his heart. It's also the way that we ourselves continue to be in communion with him and get closer and in touch with Jesus. So today, I encourage you, with everyone you meet, but especially the one person you pray for and the Lord puts on your heart, love one another as Christ has loved you. Have an amazing day, and God bless you.